So some of the things that we've been talking about in this last week, and Rori invited us to get really deep into riffing from last week. And something that a question that we've all got for Rori is how to continue good vibes, working relationship dynamics after commitment.
Well, first of all, and this is why I brought Isabel Darling with me today. And you may also see Sophia Shah, but Isabel is in that situation. Commitment with me today, moved states, she's with him. And what happens? So I want to ask her specifically when we get going. And here's Sophia. Same thing. Hi, Sophia. All right. So the thing is, first, you feel more relaxed. You got the ring, or you got the engagement ring. You've got a date for a wedding, or you're married. You relax, and you also panic. And you also, if you do have a wedding, you go into masculine mode while you are preparing the wedding. We don't want to do that. And sometimes some of us let our skills go. We think, oh, he's committed. I don't have to speak in feeling messages anymore. I don't have to be good and kind to him and respectful. I don't need to listen to him. You know, he can take all that crap from me now. And all that goes on. So what I can tell you here is the most important thing about being in a relationship is what it does for you as a human. I believe that none of us have a wonderful experience on this planet if we don't get deep into what it is we want, what it is we are, what makes us unique, what fulfills us, what makes us feel great, what purpose do we have here on this planet? It could be so many different things. So many different things. It used to be women's purpose was just to raise children and keep house. And that's all that was in anybody's brains until women started to think, actually, I want to save the world. I can create this vaccine. I can create this microbe. I can discover how to not let women die in birth. Until women started to get that glimmer of passion, it was just all tamped down. Women stay in the corner, and just like children, be seen and not heard. This is the patriarchy. This is what I get to talk about in Siren Island, and I don't get to talk about anywhere else. This is where we have come from. And even my generation, we don't know what it was like then. And the generation of Isabel and Sophia, having to have dreams of great success in your career, also wanting this great love affair, and also it's a lot, right? It's a lot. And what it does is it throws us into masculine energy because that's the only model we have. It's the only model we have for doing all this. Suit up. And we have to forge a whole new way of being successful. Most of the women out there who are successful are suited up and swimming in masculine energy. But women are starting to question that now. My dog is ringing the bell. That makes sense? So we need to invent this. So sirens, you are the inventresses. You are about to create a whole new paradigm if we are going to succeed in existing at all on this planet. We have to assert, and I'm going to use that word, we have to assert our true power, that true power of feminine energy. The difference between feminine energy and masculine energy in this world is, and really good men are using their feminine energy in order to help save everything. But if we women don't get in the act, and if we get in the act just in masculine energy, we're going to lose everything. So what is feminine energy in the big world stage and assertion? You have to find, back again to your reason for being. For what reason am I standing in this room right now? For what reason am I cooking this food? For what reason am I eating this food? For what reason? Not why. Why do I do this? I don't care about the technician part of the why, because you can't fix that. You can't do anything with it. But for what reason? Why do I want to do this? Okay, that's a good why. What do I want from this experience? What do I want from eating this sandwich? What do I want from dating this man? What do I want from sitting opposite this man? What do I want from being in a commitment with this man? And the answer for women is always connection. We are looking for connection. We are looking for love, the feeling of love, the feeling of fullness of love, to infuse all of connection. That's what we feel. No matter how our brains work, no matter how intellectual a person we are, no matter our personality type, we are always looking for a feeling of love, passion, desire, want, inspiration, intuition, to create this experience for everyone of connection and safety and love and feeling hugged. We are completely destroyed emotionally by war and pain and suffering. This is why so many of us turn to animals, because we, I don't know if you know this, but in nightmares, in dreams, animals basically convey our emotional selves. If you see animals in your dreams, they are your emotional selves in the dreams. So I think that's what we see in real life. When we can't solve world problems, we can take care of cats and dogs, or want to, or whatever else meets our needs. Does this make sense? So when you're in a commitment, it's really easy to get sidetracked. Oh, I want this wedding because, why? Why do you want the wedding? For what reason do you want that wedding? I guess I said the why doesn't count, but it's just a word that just keeps coming up, and it's coming up for me. So let's include it. Maybe the why is something you want to talk about. So go ahead and talk about it. For what reason is really feels like a better prompt, but I keep saying why. So, hey, all right. So for what reason do I want this man? What does he give me? What do I feel? What is the connection, the love, the hug, the big safety bubble? What is it? And ask yourself, when I'm with this man and when I'm committed and when I'm going forward into wedding and lifetime partnership with this man, do I feel more buoyed up and more energy to do all the things I love, my purpose things, the things that I feel driven to do and see and be, participate in, enjoy, the things I enjoy? Do I feel buoyed up and lifted up, or do I feel tamped down and containerized by him, not by me, but containerized by him? So those are the questions you want to ask yourself. They're big. Okay, so what you do not want to do is forget about that and just start reacting to him again, because that is what we all tend to do. Just start reacting in old patterns like, oh, you said something, it felt bad, I'm getting defensive, I'm going to explain. Nah, every moment of every day that you are with this man in the commitment, lean back, find your feelings, find what you actually want to feel, which is connected to him and love for him. So you say, I hear you to him. He's over there. Say, I hear you. I love you. I have faith in you. Wow, what a tough situation. I know you're going to fix that. Not, why don't you try this? Do that. Masculine energy has no place for you in life in general. It carries things through for you and you love and respect it, but it does not engender it. It does not begin the process for you. So begin the process of everything from feminine energy, and it will so infuse you that you'll just notice that your inner boy and masculine energy just start doing stuff. They just start taking action for you and everything feels right. So that's how the commitment phase works. You want a pink tablecloth at your wedding? You will see that, you will feel that, and you will ask for that. You'll say, pink, I don't want a pink. I like pink one. And then you would sit with him and go, well, what would you like? And then go, well, a black one. No, that will work for me. A white one. And all of a sudden, everything becomes partnership, right? And the urge to defend and the urge, I've got to say this, you've seen me do personality types and relationship attachment styles, and I've done them with my husband. And the one that I am most is we're calling fiercely independent, which is my go-to is get away from me. I need to be alone. I can handle this. Just stay away. I'm fine. I'm the cactus. That's how I developed cactus fern. I went, I'm a cactus. What's the deal? I was taught through my whole life that if I asked for anything or looked like I couldn't do it, that would not be positively accepted by my father. That what got me love from my father was my intellect. What got me love from my father were my abilities to understand the things he was interested in. So that's how I learned how to be with men, people pleasing, all that stuff. You have your own way. But I also learned from him and from my mother to keep my distance. That as soon as I started being emotional, they all got very weird, even as a child. So I learned to bottle it up and I learned how to keep my distance. Do not even think about relying on my man. Well, if you don't have a man that you can rely on, you're with the wrong guy. So you have to sort of, if you're like me, you have to sort of baby step your way into trusting him. So I opened up a lot of things. Isabel was here first. Isabel, please tell us what I've said or what you would say about that.
Yes, Rory. Oh my goodness. I've been clinging to every word you're saying right now. It's so magical, so powerful, everything you're saying. Before getting engaged, I was following everything that you've taught us, and I was in my full feminine. And after getting engaged, it's like exactly how you said, you just let go and you become getting more and more in your masculine energy. And at the same time, we do get relaxed, but at the same time, we get really nervous and we get into full planning mode for the wedding, and it just starts to become very chaotic. And it's a huge transition. But I love what you said about the purpose on this planet. And I like that. I want to get married to have a juicy relationship, no matter what he does. And it's just so wonderful. Thank you, Rory. I was clinging to every word. I love it.
I love that, Isabel. And thank you for bringing the word in, juicy relationship. Let's put that in big letters.
Yes.
And that sounds like a masterclass title to me.
Yes.
Juicy relationship as opposed to committed relationship.
Yes, I love it.
Yeah. Everything is so ephemeral in this world. We do not know. I mean, when I was dating, we didn't have any of this. It wasn't online dating. I mean, there was nothing. We had to rely on chance meetings in public and somebody fixing you up and personals in like the penny savers. I'm not kidding you. Now, guys just come and go like water. So we start to feel so unsteady, like nothing's going to stick. Well, I want to tell you that then nothing stuck either. We had this one boyfriend at a time idea. So you could spend years not finding Mr. Right. Now you can go through 100 guys in 2 months, and I mean, literally have conversations, 100 guys, 2-3 months. I mean, you could do that. That's an amazing way to find a Mr. Right. And also we got the whole world. You can fly to Europe now and be with your Mr. Right. People are doing it all the time now. Half my best friends have moved to Portugal. Some have moved to Mexico. We got the whole world. So the really important thing is to find who you are in that relationship. Sophia, I know your phone, your note says Sophie's iPhone, but you are Sophia. Sophia Shah.
Yes, I am.
SophiaShaw.com, IsabelleDarling.com. So tell me how you see this, after
Oh,
commitment deal.
yes. I am just like Isabel. I am hanging off every single word. And the two words that really resonate with me, no matter how long you've been with someone, is connection and love. Connection and love. And the thing is, I've been with my husband for almost 2 decades, and I completely forgot this. Because we start to take life so for granted, and you're like, I've already got the ring, I've got the kids, I've got the house, and you stop working at it. And so actually, since last week, I've done nothing but think about connection. What does that mean? What does that look like? What am I doing? How am I taking responsibility for the words and my behavior and my actions, like in me, not just as a coach, but like in my own life? And it's so much harder when you come back to you and then look at the way you're connecting. I was so looking at him. How are you connecting to me? And I'm super innocent in all of this. And actually, how am I connecting? Like, what does love look like for me now? Because I'm not at the dating stage and I'm not planning a wedding. I'm a little bit further down the line. So do I need to come back to myself? And what does that like? Oh my God, I love this, because it's making me think so many different thoughts. They're all percolating. I want my relationship going forwards with this man to be better. And I know it comes back to me, and that's really hard.
Oh, that was awesome, Sophia. You guys are amazing. The Island group, Isabel and Sophia are super upcoming new coaches. And as you can tell, what I want to do is feature coaches for you here. Lovely Islanders. I want to feature coaches every week while we're doing this, so that you can have a more personal relationship with the coaches you're working with on the island, because we're doing it in writing, and I don't allow anybody to promote themselves. So it's just you and them. And I think seeing them in person like this is very helpful. I think you can pick your coach you can see who you resonate with and who you want to talk to. And you can get in touch with them if you want. I mean, the whole idea here is to help you. And you have an individual situation that is unlike anyone else's. Don't let anybody tell you that you are not absolutely unique. And your girlfriends are probably telling you that because they're just tired of you going back and forth or feeling insecure. They just want to see you strong, which most people do. And by the way, I talked about this a lot in my live event just this weekend. And this is something to really remember. I know there's a lot said about the people you hang out with and how they affect you, not just the man, but let's say the man and the friends that hang out with you. Even if they love you, they're going to have their own crap going on. And they are going to vibrationally and sometimes verbally want you to be the way they are most comfortable with. And 99.9% of people, except extreme healers, like probably most of us here, really do not feel good around people who are uncomfortable energetically, who are intensely uncomfortable. I think I wrote a newsletter about it, you might have received, who are seemingly needy, can't make decisions, always sad, always angry, although that's better than always sad for most people. And if you're around men, the one thing they cannot bear is angry. They don't like to be around an angry woman. Why? Because they think you're angry at them. And it just triggers their feelings of terribleness. When we're angry at a man, oh my gosh, it takes a great man, a really good man, to be able to stand there and hear that he's done something wrong. That's a really great green flag for a good man. When you're angry, he can hold it instead of fighting back and getting defensive. You know, oh, what's wrong? That guy's a keeper. no matter what he looks like. You can fix everything else, but that's going to help you so much in your life to stay feeling safe emotionally, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. All right, so anger. They are going to try to curtail your anger vibrationally and in some way, and they are going to prefer you being depressed. So if you're feeling depressed, what I want you to do is look at your anger, because we uncovered so much anger when we work privately in the lives. And when you work with a coach, you're going to uncover that beneath your sadness and your depression is so much rage and anger. And I got to tell you, we got to unearth that. We, as a group of women, coaches, totally siren, we need to completely experience this anger, and we need to have it surface in a safe way, with a safe environment. We need to discover it. We need to talk to it. We need to find its power, because that's where our power source is. And we want to harness it. We want to use it as fuel. You'll see that in some of my programs. Fuel, driving our car of us. And most of the people around you will instead try to make you depressed. So try to notice. They're not doing it on purpose. They don't want to hurt you. They love you, but they can't tolerate in their systems. And everybody's dealing from their subconscious, everybody. So if we can help you up-level your subconscious to being conscious enough of the time to go, wow, I feel angry. I think I'll take a walk back into the bathroom there and deal with this. I'll riff this out now so that I can use this energy that's been stuffed down with the lid of depression. All right, so that was just a tiny little discussion of it. But women power, we got to uncover the anger and not start spewing it out there, but start activating the power of it. Okay. Do we have any comments or anything? I know I didn't send out an email enough.
We have 4 people watching us. I can't tell exactly who that is.
Well, if there aren't any comments, I'll just keep going. But if there's questions you think are coming up.
I'm not seeing any questions.
We must be being brilliant. All right, well, I don't even know what time it is. Oh, I only have like a few minutes left. Let me show you my bracelet.
Ooh, nice.
All right, this is the first of the trinket tools. I'm the first to say I have a little wrist. I would like to see it like this. It says girl on it. You get it rose gold, gold, silver. It says girl on it. All the Siren Girl tool trinkets say girl, and they're not in fancy font. The idea in my brain, in my heart, was to put the word girl like you'd see it on a package, like basic font, and just make it really clear so that we can begin to up-level this word girl into the big word, siren and girl. Call yourself a girl out there and relate to yourself as a girl. Why? Isn't that the only word describing a woman that doesn't have the word man in it? Woman, female, girl. That's us. And it's been denigrated for so long. So that's why today's feminists, and I'm a feminist from ever. So, there's no way you're going to call me anything but a feminist. So if the word girl has been denigrated, that, a lot of women think you shouldn't be using it. No, we need to upgrade it. You need to stare at this word girl and have it represent your feminine energy. So the tool trinkets are, I touch this bracelet, the word girl, and I'm able to relax in the middle of a party and drop down into my feminine energy. Rather than trying to talk to people and being all my masculine energy, I fall into my feminine energy. I feel the fire burning of my real feelings and my real heart. I just look around the room and I stand wherever I want to stand, and I become a pool, an energetic pool, rather than a push out there. I become a magnetic pool. So these are tools. These are tools. They are concrete. So I have a necklace, I have a water bottle, I've got t-shirts, and I'm going to be trying them all. We're in total beta right now. If you want to try one, I've gotten used to now this thing hanging, and I have tried it myself. walking and talk to my husband and feeling like I needed to say something, whoop, I'm a girl. And actually holding it, putting my thumb on the word girl. So in the necklace, I would hold it and put my thumb on the word girl. Only thing is I can't see it in the necklace. So you have all different kinds of ways to do it, mirrors, whatever. So I'm holding it and all of a sudden I could feel the energy drop. It is like a magical wand. I could feel it all drop down. So if you are curious, Natalina will give you the link. I'll try to put the link somewhere. We're totally in beta. So I did order this like a regular person. So it did come, it came in a pretty little box. It was perfect. They're not very expensive. And all of the proceeds are going to animal charities at this point in time. And then I'm going to hook us up to Girls Inc. because I have a big interest. And if you know some teenage girls, you let us know. Big interest in helping teenage girls follow their heart, their dream, just like we were talking about, rather than getting waylaid by a man in a relationship. I've seen that happen to RCTers all the time. I've seen that happen to women just drop out and picked up a man and just followed him. And they actually use those words. I followed a boy. I followed a man. You don't want to do that. And especially if you're a teenage girl, I want you to keep your dream alive. And I don't want you to do it in a masculine energy way. So that's what we're about here. Siren Girl.
There was one question that came through. I know we have like about a minute. When you're feeling guilt, you were the one that walked away. And should you say anything? Is there anything you can say? No.
All that we want after we say goodbye to somebody, he was not right. All right. First, you want to look at yourself and say, for what reason did I say goodbye? Was he boring? Was he not nice? If he's boring, maybe that's you blocking his real charm as a real good green light guy. So check into that. But if you said goodbye because he didn't feel aligned with you, either intellectually or interest-wise, or like you couldn't spend an evening with him enjoying talking, those are good reasons to say goodbye. The physical chemistry thing, I say, don't say goodbye to somebody just because of a lack of physical chemistry right away, okay? We got to work into that sometimes. And yes, you may still say goodbye to him, and some guy will show up who does interest you chemically and also is aligned in other ways. But if we're automatically kind of turning off of men who are good men, there's something inside us that needs to be worked through and riffed through. So you don't necessarily want to say goodbye in those terms. So you might be missing him because he was a good guy. So there's that. If that's what's making you want to reach out to him, don't do it unless you actually are willing to date him again. Because engaging some guy as a friend, unless he is engaging you, that's not what you're here for. That's a vibrational energy lock. Don't do that. On the other hand, if a guy just wants to engage you as a friend because he wants you and he wants to stay with you and hope you're going to come around, that's okay. Keep dating him. So if you've left a guy and you feel guilty, that's something society's put on you. Remember how girls have been denigrated and put into boxes and enslaved, and it's happening right now in the United States. So this is not something passing. This is something endemic in world culture, the patriarchy. It is endemic. It is a horror show. And if we get into masculine energy, not going to work. So what you want to do is go, I left, I pulled my energy back. I do want to engage with that person anymore, but I do want to keep open to other men. And now he's free to do his thing. He was a messenger for me. I was a messenger for him. If I reach out to him, it's for my own little self. In other words, I'm reaching out for him because I want him to say he forgives me. I want him to say I'm okay. I want him to say I'm not a bad girl. And the key to discovering your inner power is to begin to assimilate those guilty feelings, to begin to assimilate the anger at yourself that is really based on anger in an energetic, rage-filled sense. I really believe we're picking up vibes from everyone else around us, the entire world. I believe everybody's an empath to some degree. And because I seem to be empathic past what I would like to be empathic, I really have to work with integrating everything that comes in rather than shutting down against it. And so I can tell you, you have to let it in, and then you have to let it percolate, and you have to make love with it. You have to go, oh, guilt, I feel you. You have to talk to it. You have to riff with it. You have to live with it low in your body. And then everything starts to become more you. Your pieces start to show up. They start to fall into place. They start to interact with each other. And just as Sophia said, instead of looking to him for approval or okay or a stamp like you're a good girl or connection, or for him to make a move in your direction in some way, it like dawns on you, wait a minute, am I actually even radiating or stating what it is I actually want? And sometimes I want you, mister, to tell me what you want, because I need to hear you say you want me. That is a whole different thing than just wanting it, right? And then working out everything strategically around that. How do I get it to want me? No, what I want is for you to be masculine energy and come towards me, make me feel open and available. That's the magic of being in a relationship. If what you want is to be in feminine energy and have a masculine energy counterpart, and then you move together. And I probably should talk at some point to women who actually want to be masculine energy women and have feminine energy men. Go girl. You know, I know how to do that. You just have to be okay with a man who just looks at you like you're everything in the world and wants you to be the mover and shaker. I know several couples like that who are extremely successful. Okay? It doesn't change the fact that they are men, and you still treat them with respect, and you still have to talk in a way that expresses who you are, because that is who you are, and that is how you have your power. Oh, that was helpful.
Wow. Thank you so much, Rori. Well, we'll be back
I
next
love you. Thank you, Isabel. Thank you, Sophia.
Bye.
Bye.